Hello, Sandra here, and I'm doing a video on romantic relationships. I just wanted to share with you guys some of the stuff that I've taken away from relationships that I've been in, particularly when it comes to identity, being part of the LGBT community. So what prompted this is my ex-girlfriend got in touch with me a couple weeks ago, and strangely, my ex-fiance also kind of popped up in my life that same week. So I had both women come back into my life, and it brought up a lot. It brought up a lot of feelings and thoughts, and really made me assess where I am today. So, my ex-girlfriend, I hadn't heard from her in 3 years. There's a reason why I keep my last name offline, and there's a reason why I have been away from social media for years and years until I knew that I'm Sander, and I was able to come on here as Sander. It's because she stalked me a long, long time, and I did not want her to find me. So I thought I'd cover all my bases, I've been feeling pretty confident because she doesn't know me. She doesn't know I'm Sander. She doesn't know me anymore, and I don't know her, and I don't know if I ever did. But anyway, she somehow must have combed through Google. I don't know, but she found some really obscure way of getting in touch with me, and she said that she's sorry and that she hopes we can move past the past, and that she misses me and still thinks about the good times, and on and on. So, of course, that gets the brain rolling like a ball in a pinball machine, just bouncing all over the place of what does this mean? Why now? How could this turn out? So I emailed her back, and, she emailed me back after that, and she went through all this trouble, combing through all of Google, after 3 years, saying all these things to me just to say hi. It was as if we were neighbors who bumped into each other in the supermarket. It was so minimalized. It was like nothing happens. She actually described the past as, it happens. And to me, that's just heartbreaking. Because to me, it doesn't just happen. It happens once in a lifetime. She's the girl I talked about in my coming out video. She's the one that opened my eyes to the fact that I'm attracted to women. And, she was there at such a pivotal point in my life, It was, so many things happened, and she was right in the thick of it. And she was my world. I loved her more than anything. And it goes so much deeper than that because of all the memories and all the things that happened. It's like she's ingrained in me. It's like she's in my bones, in my vein, in my brain, and all those things. It's like she's always going to be with me. And so to have her talk like that, like everything that happened was nothing, just got me really upset. There's so many reasons why we did not work. There's so many things that happened, but the main one was orientation. I was terrified to be attracted to women. I was just terrified. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if it were right, wrong, if it should come out, if it should not come out, if it were real, if it were a phase. I had no idea. None. Meanwhile, she had a pretty clear idea that she could not be attracted to women. Nope, couldn't do it. Wasn't possible. She would not do it. Her family wouldn't approve, so she just didn't decide that, no, I'm not going to do it. Of course, that didn't stop her from, making out with me constantly and all those things, but that's what she would say. So it was this back and forth pull. And one day she'd be okay with it, and the next day she would tell me she just could never be with me, and yet cycle over and over. I stayed because I would rather have been in that relationship than lose her at that time. So it came to a point where I was accepting it. I started to realize that I would not be happy if I had to hide. I did not want to hide behind the walls of my dorm room with her like we were doing. I did not want to do that. And this rift started to grow between us because of that, because I started to know what I wanted. I started to stabilize and say, this is me. I'm attracted to women, and I love you, and I want to be with you. And so she hopped into bed with some other guy, and of course she still wanted to talk to me, of course. But yeah, she was sleeping with some other guy. And finally I decided I had to walk away. It is arguably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life, to walk away from her. But it was so toxic, to be with her, she was such a bad influence because she's sitting there saying, this is wrong. To be with women is wrong. You start to listen after a while. Start to listen to her and start to think hiding's the right thing to do. And it's not healthy. And she was so unstable. She was just pulling me back and forth. So what I took away from that was that to be happy and to be healthy, as much as I loved her, walking away from that kind of relationship is for the best. And to accept myself for who I am and to leave a relationship where I'm with someone who doesn't accept that made all the difference in the world. It made me so much stronger and so much happier. So hearing from her was really hard. Really, really hard. I got very upset. And, but I answered her back and told her that I don't want to hear from her again. And so, I hope she listens. Again, it really hurts to have to do that. But nothing has changed in that she's toxic for me. She will always be toxic for me because I still hold on to our memories, and it's just something that I don't want to bring back up in my life. As much as I'm over her, I'm not over our past in a lot of ways. But anyway, that's the story about her. As for my ex-fiance, well, she followed my mom on Twitter, and this is not strange because last year she contacted my mom through Facebook for a very stupid reason, and she told my mom that she still loved me. And so I promptly went and got drunk like 3 days in a row, but I've grown up a lot since then, and this year it didn't hurt. I didn't get mad. I didn't cry. I wasn't actually too surprised because my mom said, what would I tell you if someone from your past had followed me on Twitter? I was like, it was my ex-fiance, isn't it? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm not surprised. So I'm hoping that she doesn't comb through all of Google or find some other way to contact me. I don't really talk about that relationship. It's still hard for me. I've been single for 2 years because of this relationship. And just trying to get to a place where I'm happy with myself and stable with myself and completely distanced, from my past, from her, from my ex-girlfriend. And I'm definitely there. I'm definitely getting a lot better every day. I'm in a place where I actually might start dating again at some point. But still, that relationship with my ex-fiance, I learned a lot from it. And the main thing I learned is that you are worth something. And if you're with someone that treats you like you're nothing, that looks through you instead of at you, that gets angry just because you're in the same room, that's not healthy. It doesn't matter how much you love someone. If they treat you like that, get out. Because you deserve better. You deserve someone that will see you for who you are and not cut you down because of it. Who will see you for your gender, for your orientation, or just for you, for your personality. Something like that. You need someone who will acknowledge it. Because if they don't, after a while, it will chip away at you, and it will not end well. It won't. So, if I actually did get in touch with my ex-fiance again, if she did show up at my door, which is possible because she knows where I live and she's not that far away, or find some other strange way of getting in touch with me, I think that the number one thing I would say to her is, thank you for breaking my heart. Because it is one of the best and worst things that's ever happened to me. And it's because of that I've really come into my own. I probably wouldn't know that I'm Xander if I'd stayed in that relationship. I would have been so held back that I would not be where I am. So for that, I am so, so thankful to her in that regard. So with some parting words for you guys, I just want to say that when it comes to relationships, I know it's hard, and just finding anyone to connect with is hard and that sort of thing, but you deserve the best. You deserve to be you. Hold on to your identity. Don't have the whole two become one thing, because you still have such important stuff within you that you need to hold on to and you need to stand up for. And no matter what happens, just know that you count. You really do. So anyway, that became a really long video, but thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best, and so I'll catch you later.